Hello, this is How To Bob, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a fully adjustable, collapsible, mobile target holder that you can assemble for just a few dollars. Now my parts list consisted of 4 10-foot sections of 1-inch PVC, 2 elbows, 4 T's, 12 foot of rope, 4 bungees, and a handful of binder clips comes in handy too. So what I did is cut my 10-foot sections of PVC down to 4-foot sections and then cut those in half, so I had 4 2-foot sections of PVC. Then I just cut a couple of pieces 6 inches long. So I'm going to start assembling by putting 2 2-foot sections on the ground, and I'll take a T and I'll put the T in between my 2 2-foot sections, and then I'll go to the other side and do the same thing. I have 2 2-foot sections and I'll put a T in between them. Then I'm going to go back to my original side and I'll put the 6-inch piece in with a T and slide it into the other T, and the same on the other side. Take my 6-inch piece, put the T on it, and slide it into the other T. And you want to make sure that it is facing the other T so that they go right next to each other. Now I'm going to take my 6-foot piece, one of my 4 6-foot pieces, and I'm going to slide it into my T here. And then I'm going to go to the other side and put the other end into the T. Now I've got my base all set up, and then I'm going to take my other 3 remaining 6-foot pieces, lay them out in this pattern here, and then I'm going to get my 2 90-degree elbows. I'll put one right here and put the other piece in here. Then I'm going to go over to the other side here and take my elbow and put the 2 6-foot pieces together to make a form like this. So now I have 2 pieces of my target stand, the base as you see here, and I'm going to put the top part into the base by simply sliding my 2 vertical pieces of 6-foot pipe into the remaining T piece. And once I get that secured in, I'll have my target holder all set up and ready to put the target on. So to put the target on, I have a piece of rope here. You can see I've tied a loop in the end. This is about a 6-foot piece of rope, and I've got a bungee here. I'm going to put the bungee around one of the uprights, and then I'm going to take my rope with the loop in it and put it through the hooks and give it a little tension as I stretch it to the other side. Then I'll take another bungee, and what I'll do is wrap that around one of the other uprights and hook it onto the rope, and that'll kind of keep it tight and keep it into place. Then I'm going to repeat the process one more time with another bungee and another 6-foot rope with a loop tied in either end, and I can keep it tight here until I get to the other side, where I'll hook my bungee onto the other loop that I tied. Now that I have 2 ropes, what I can do is slide them up and down for adjustability if you have a taller target or a smaller target. I'm going to start out with an 8.5 by 11 target here. So I'll just clip it on the top, and it's pretty windy out, so I'm going to show you what can be done to keep that wind down. So I'm going to slide this down so it almost meets the other rope here, and once I get to that point, let me get some more binder clips here. And what I'll do is just clip the target on the bottom, and it stays up. So let me show you how I can adjust this to a larger target. I'll clip it on the top and put my binder clips on the top, and I'll go ahead, since it's a larger target, I'll put 3 binder clips on this just to make sure it stays if the wind starts blowing. And then I'll slide my ropes up just high enough so that the bottom of the target meets the bottom rope, and then I can slide that down a little bit to adjust it. And I'll take my binder clips and clip them onto the target and the bottom rope, and then I can pull my bottom rope down to make the target tight and to keep the wind from blowing it around. You can see it's fully adjustable here to fit any size target. You can even put 2 targets side by side. And that's an easy, inexpensive way to make a portable target holder. And I can take it apart for moving around or for easy storage. This is How To Bob. Thanks for watching.